Hi Dollar Divas, welcome to Behind the Vanity. I'm Jessica. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about if I could only keep one makeup product in each category. And of course, I'm just basing it on my own collection. If I could only keep one makeup product out of every category in my own collection, what are the products currently that I would keep? So if that sounds good to you, definitely keep on watching. So before we hop into today's video, I did want to invite you to subscribe, hit that bell, become what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas. We love to talk all things affordable beauty, and I do love the occasional high-end splurge. Definitely, if that sounds like you and sounds good to you, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you take just another second to hit that bell notification, you'll be notified when an upload goes up. I do post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually in the evening, so definitely make sure you do that so you're always notified. So let's just hop into today's video. So in the foundation category, currently in my collection, if I could only keep one of my foundations, I would definitely keep the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. It's kind of a little bit of a luminous finish, which I love. I have the color Soft Beige, and they do seem to have a really good range of colors. You can find this at the Dollar General. I think it's like $4.50 or $5. A super affordable line of makeup. It's not quite Dollar Tree price point, but it's also cheaper than the drugstore, which I love. I love that there's still stuff within that range. I feel like this is like what products used to be priced like at your CVS and Walgreens. So this is wonderful. This has like a cult-like following. So if you are not familiar with this foundation and you love high-end foundations, even well, if you love any kind of foundation, drugstore foundations, definitely try this. I think it's just amazing, and it's my current foundation favorite. So for concealer, for the longest time, I loved the Makeup Forever HD concealer, and of course that's pricey. That's in the $20, $30 price range. But I recently found a really cheap alternative that I think I like even more, honestly. And it's the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer. And of course you can find this on Shop Miss A's website. I think it's $1.55, which is a steal. This is the shade Buff, and yeah, I'm new to the AOA thing. I just made my first haul this year, and this concealer is amazing. So yeah, this is definitely like, if I could just keep one of my concealers at the moment, this one here would definitely be it. So for setting powder, AOA Studio, and I actually did a recent video where I did like high-end versus affordable makeup. I will have it linked down below as well as up here in the cards for you to check out. So I compared a lot of these products, and the results are pretty surprising, so you'll definitely want to check that out. But in that video, I compared a high-end banana powder to a very affordable, really actually downright cheap banana powder. And I have a couple different banana powders, and I've tried a few different ones. And my favorite, I've actually got two favorites, but I decided to go with the higher end version on this. So for banana powder, my favorite is the Bella Pierre Banana Setting Powder, and I wear the shade Medium. In that video I just mentioned, I compare this with the AOA Studio Banana Setting Powder, which is amazing. That's, I think, $1, and then this is in like the $20-something range, which is a huge price difference. I feel they are exactly the same. There is no difference. The only reason why I picked the Bella Pierre is because I fell in love with it first. So those are both arguably my favorite, but since I could only pick one, like I said, this was my first love with banana powder, and like I said, the AOA Studio is a dupe, in my opinion, for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my first love. So now for blush. So out of everything in my collection, if I had to just keep one, hands down, it would be my NARS Orgasm X blush. This is just a stunning color. A little goes a long way. The quality is just amazing. You just can't beat it. It's just so, so, so stunning. Love it more than the original, and it's just absolutely my favorite blush of all time to date. So yeah, if I had to keep one, it would definitely be my NARS Orgasm X. Now for all of my bronzers, if I could only keep one of my bronzers, and I received this in an Ipsy Glam bag last year sometime, and I'd never heard of the brand before or since, but it's this YC Collection matte bronzer, and the shade is Caramello, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bronzing shade. I love that it's like really warm. I feel like this is good for me when I'm not tan, but I feel like it's even really good for me if I am tan. So it is just, like I said, if I could only, and it looks really pretty with the NARS Orgasm X. But yeah, this is absolutely my favorite shade of bronzer. And it's more for the shade than the quality. I think a lot of my bronzers are, you know, I don't notice a big quality difference between all of them. So this one is definitely for the shade for sure. But yeah, this little bronzer here, if I could only keep one, I'd be keeping this for sure. Then I have a liquid highlighter and a powder highlighter for the highlighter category. So for my powder highlighter, I would go with my LA Colors highlight, and this is in Shine Bright. It's kind of like a slightly goldish shade, and you can see I've hit pan. And the reason why I would pick this one over some others is first of all, I think it's just a very good highlighter shade, probably for most skin tones. But it also doubles as a really good under brow bone highlight. It's light enough and it's the right shade, and you can also use it as an inner corner highlight. So this for me is like a multi-use product. So yeah, I would definitely, this would be the powdered highlighter that I would keep. And for liquid highlighter, I would keep this NARS Orgasm Illuminator. I bought this at TJ Maxx some time ago. And what I really like about this product is that I love that you could mix it in with your foundation or just add a little bit, you know, on top of your makeup, which is always nice, but it's really very subtle for a liquid highlighter. It just gives you like a nice glow. It's not gonna read on camera, but it's kind of got this slight peachy gold glow. And I think added to foundation, it's just that little something extra that you don't see, but it's there, as well as just adding some on the top. So I would definitely keep this for the liquid highlighter. So eyelashes, if you've been on this channel for any length of time, I kind of have two in this category, but one I've loved for just a little bit longer. And ultimately, if I had to choose, I would choose these, but I have two loves. I do have two loves. I love the Ioni Foam Ink lashes from the Dollar Tree, and I love my Ardell Wispy 113s. And ultimately, if I had to pick one, I love them both so much. They're my two favorite types of eyelashes that I've ever used. But ultimately, if I just had to pick one, I would go ahead and go with the Ardell Wispy 113s. So for me, they're just the perfect lash. They're wispy, but they're a longer wispy. I love that Ardell has come out with these, and they're super comfortable as far as lashes go. And I just think they're dramatic enough, but they're also natural enough. So ultimately, if I had to just pick one, I would go with these. But those Ionis are just like the banana powder, are a super close second. So out of all my liquid eyeshadows, I would say that out of all the shades and brands and everything that I have, if I had to just keep one, I would keep the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Opal Ice in my collection. It's like opalescent, and it's just a beautiful like inner corner highlight, but you could also do it for like a cut crease, which I've never really done, but just a gorgeous shade. It's got like gold and pink and purple, but it's light, so you know you still have that beautiful inner corner highlight thing going on. You can match it with you know, blues and purples and neutral looks and all that good stuff. It's just a really good all-around color, and I love it. I don't know if you can buy it individually. I did buy it in a set of 4, and there's another shade that's very similar called Lilac Ice, but ultimately I love opals, so I'm a sucker for this shade. So yeah, I would keep this liquid eyeshadow out of everything in my collection. So I've used a lot of different eyebrow products, kind of in the cheaper and affordable range. I haven't really used anything high-end. But honestly, out of all the stuff that I do have, my go-to is this LA Colors brow pencil in dark brown from the Dollar Tree. I feel like for me, this just creates an effortless eyebrow. I love the little brush on the end. I just feel it's got a little bit of tug to it, so I don't mess up my brows easily, and it's cheap as dirt. So for me, if I had to just keep one, this would be the one I would keep. So for lip liner, and a lot of you know this, if I could only keep one of the lip liners that I have in my collection, it would hands down be this Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses lip liner in Coffee Bean. It is just the perfect shade. So I would really be keeping it because of color more than anything. So there is the shade. It just gives me that perfect nude lip. I like a darker nude lip, so it's important for me to get something that's a little bit darker than my lip color. So I love this lip liner, and I love it paired with like a neutral gloss of some sort, whether it's a pinkish or a nude color, something like that. So yeah, if I had to just keep one lip liner in my collection, there's no contest, absolutely. So for lip gloss, this was a tough one because I have hard candy that I love. I've got a lot of LA Colors. I don't think I could just pick one LA Colors lip gloss that I have that I can pick as my favorite, just like in the LA Colors category. LA Colors lip glosses really should be like a category in and of itself because I've got more LA Colors than anything, and I would have a hard time between a few of those picking just one. So I decided to I would go ahead and just keep one of my high-end ones that I really love. This is from Bella and Argent, and I do not know the shade, but I got this in an Ipsy, and it's just a gorgeous nude coral shimmery gold lip gloss, and it looks beautiful with this lip liner on my lips, and it's just, the swatch isn't going to do it justice, but I put it right down there near the lip liner. Since I couldn't choose between any of my LA Colors ones or anything like that, I would just go ahead and pick this one here because I do love it a lot, especially paired with the lip liner. So if I could only keep one lipstick in my collection, this is also a no-brainer for me. I would definitely keep my Wet n Wild Mega Last lipstick, and this is 911D Stoplight Red. It's just the perfect shade of red. These last on the lips forever, and they're cheap and readily available. Mine is very well loved. But yeah, I don't wear lipstick very much, just in the outside world. Like if I were just gonna go out, I would do probably the lip liner, lip gloss combination. But if I am gonna wear lipstick, it might as well be red. So, and this is like my favorite red. So love this stuff, love this lipstick, love this line of lipstick, and definitely this is my favorite shade for sure. And then I have a liquid and a pencil eyeliner. So even though this is a discontinued product, again, if I could only keep one in my personal collection, if I could only keep one, I would have to keep my L'Oreal Silkaseam eyeliner in black. For liquid liners that I've used here recently, by far my favorite is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Liner. This goes on like a dream. Compared to some of my other black liners, this one gives you the most control, and it is just dark. I mean, you can even see the precision. And I'm doing that like backwards looking at a monitor. It's an amazing liquid eyeliner and extremely affordable. This is the one I would definitely keep. So now I've got eyeshadow singles and a palette. So for the eyeshadow single, out of all the eyeshadow singles that I have, I would definitely pick Urban Decay Lounge. And this is a duochrome, and it is that classic kind of green with like it's described as having a brick red shift. And this is my second or third one of these. There it is right there. It's just that beautiful duochrome shade that so many brands make. So yeah, so I just love this shade. So this would be the pressed eyeshadow single that I would keep out of everything in my collection. So now I've got a like pigment kind of like a product and a glitter, and then I will get into what my eyeshadow palette is. So for like a specialty, like a pigment type of a product, I have got to pick one of my Beauty Bar Baby. It's actually technically they're eyeshadow flakes, but I don't feel like that should have its own category. I feel like that's kind of in the pigment type of a category. So I would keep my Beauty Bar Baby and I would keep the shade Bellatrix. And I do have a video where I kind of unboxed these and tried them for the first time. I will have that link down below as well as up here in the cards, so you can check that out. And I still need to work with these a little bit more and get a little bit better at it. But that is a very interesting video. Definitely check that out. But yeah, as far as and here's what the little top cover looks like. So yeah, as far as like a pigment or a loose shadow type of product, that is definitely what I will be keeping. And then for glitters, and see, since I work in shows and I use a lot of glitter is its own category. For me, the one glitter, I've got silver, I've got all different types of colors, but for me, what I would keep is just straight up red glitter. So the red glitter that I use is by NYX. It's just a very fine red glitter, and I just love wearing this on my lips for a show. And so yeah, I would definitely have to keep my fine red glitter for sure. So now we're at the palette category, and come on y'all. I was able to pick one in every category. a palette, I can't just pick one. So I picked 3. I thought, you know, the palette category is highly favored, I feel, in the world. So if I could only pick 1 or 3 palettes from my collection, the 3 palettes that I would pick would be the Urban Decay Naked Honey, the e.l.f. J. Kissa To The Rescue collab, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette. So you all know my like long-term love affair with the Naked Honey, just as a lot of you all love this palette. Just a beautiful, stunning, neutral gold palette. Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Love, love, love this. As you know from a lot of my palette videos. I've done a few different types of palette videos, like palette tags and some other things. I will have those all linked down below as well if you are palette crazy, like I know a lot of us are. But yeah, this would definitely be a palette, but like I said, I couldn't just pick one, so that one's very neutral and gold and rich and warm, but it is very monochromatic. So I do love color, so, and I think the perfect way to get color would be with the e.l.f. J. Kissa palette. It has everything you want and more. It has every color of the rainbow in every way you could want it. I have a 4 looks 1 palette video using this as well, and so this would give me that color that I need in my life, and this would give me any kind of rich, sultry, natural type of eye look that I would need if I didn't want to have a bunch of color on my eyes. Then the Carly Bible palette is a new favorite of mine, but I did get a chance to work with it a couple of weeks ago because it was in a makeup basket, and I found the versatility of this to be kind of shocking. What I love about this palette is you can get a very neutral day look. You can get a very, a little bit more of a dramatic look, and then it's got some pops of color and some different shimmers. So it kind of covers those like colors that are more in the pastel sense, whereas like the J. Kissa is a little bit more bright and rainbow. And then the Naked Honey, of course, doesn't really have any color. So I feel this one is a good in-between. So I really feel between these 3 palettes, I would be covered. So like I said, I couldn't just pick one, but I feel 3 is fair, and that would give me just about any type of look that I could ever want to create. I think I could create with these 3 palettes and not even really be bored. I think I could live on a desert island with these palettes for sure. So yeah, if I could only pick a fixed amount of palettes, these would be the 3. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please show me you liked it by giving it a big thumbs up, by hitting that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It helps me and my channel out so, so much. And also hit that bell notification, that way you're always notified when videos like this come up. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.